With the rising cost of power, a number of businesses and residential areas are now shifting to solar energy.
Well, that's right, but is it for everyone? And to tell us more about this, we have in the studio Joe Staudter, Managing Director of the Philippine-German Energy Solutions, or PHILERGY. And good morning to you, Joe, and our Solar Joe, and welcome to a new day.
Thank you.
So tell us more about your advocacy and the importance of all the solar energies that
I'm an advocate here in the Philippines for renewable energies, more specifically for solar energy. And what I do is basically I educate a lot. I tell the people about the benefits of solar, and especially through my Instagram account, solarjoe.ph. I show also very practical photos of it so that people understand how it works. But I'm not just educating. On the other hand, I'm also bringing reliable German technology, solar technology and engineering here to the country with my company, PHILERGY.
Why solar power in particular? Why is solar energy, do you think, beneficial to Filipinos?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I think we have to look at three things here. So it's very easy actually. So the first thing is everyone knows we live on an island. It's a tropical island and we have limited resources here.
That's right.
Second, we have very high electricity rates, actually one of the highest in Asia, and everyone I know complains about the high electricity. We just talked about it. And the third is, it's not a secret that how we get our energy here is not necessarily the best. Because mostly our energy...
The best meaning environmental
the best
friendly?
Source, the best source and environmental friendly. Okay. Because mostly we get it from fossil fuels. And we don't have them actually here. Most of them we have to import. So we have a dependency from other countries. It's quite dirty and it's not sustainable because fossil fuels, they are limited. So there has to be a switch in the renewable energy landscape. And so we go back to the 3 points. We look at the island, and when you look up into the sky, sun is shining every day. And solar is the technology that can use this sunlight and convert it into energy for free every day. So we tackle the high electricity rates. And we get an independency because we don't have to put fuel onto the panels. They work every day.
Okay, so how does it actually work? I mean, so you put the panels on the roof, we absorb the sun, okay? Help me out. And then that's it? Like, does it work instantaneously or?
How long is the actual shift? Like if, let's say, Christine has a house and she wants to get solar panels, you know, what do you call that? Installed. Yes. It's so technical. So how long does it work? And also, I mean, the benefits sound really amazing, but also people are always worried about the cost. So let's also briefly talk about that.
Yeah. For sure. A house installation usually takes maybe 1 to 2 days maximum. Very fast. It's not a big construction. And it works fully automatic for more than 15-20 years. You don't have to touch anything. There are no maintenance costs. The panel wash themselves off. They have a nanotechnology with rain. The inverters that convert the energy from the panels into energy you can use into your house, they work fully automatic. And regarding the costs, I mean, of course it's an investment, but it depends on how you look at it. That is, solar system, the money you have to pay for it is the money you would pay your utility in 5 years approximately. And I think in the sense of making it more accessible, I think the banks are very important here in the Philippines because look at our streets, the cars, the streets are full of cars. So banks offer leasing models for cars with no upfront costs. Just imagine you do that with solar systems so everyone can afford it without upfront costs, and the savings you can just give to your bank.
So you mentioned 15-20 years. What happens after that? Must it be totally replaced for brand new ones or fixed?
So usually the warranties are up to 25 years, but there are statistics that it lasts for a lot longer. But I wouldn't say now with a good feeling that it's always good to say 20 years. That's a good feeling, and everyone has a secured feeling of thinking of it. It's very reliable.
Yeah, you won't need generators anymore.
Exactly.
People rely a lot of... Okay, so if it isn't too expensive, we know that, of course, it helps the environment. It's a little bit... And everybody seems to be gearing more towards a greener way, you know, be friendlier to our climate.
Yeah,
I have another question, because you were saying something about cost, like in comparison, let's say Christine, who pays her electric bills, and someone
dying.
Because with someone, let's say, with a big family and a house and all that, and then as to getting solar panels installed, give us an idea of the price difference, or how much put out would you have to do for something like this?
It depends, because every solar system gets customized to your pattern, what you consume, and also how big you want to have it. Some people want to start very slow, and some people want to start with a big system to save a lot. But the return on investment
Do they
you
save
have,
a lot? Okay.
yeah, it's always 15%, more than 15% per year. So you have a return after 5 years. So that's
and when you switch to solar, would it be pure solar, or can I mix actually a little solar with a little electricity?
Yeah, it's always a mix. It should be a mix.
It should be a mix.
It should be. It doesn't have to be when you are in a rural area with no grid available. Of course, then you have to have only solar. But if you have grid in Manila, for example, it's tied to the grid. That is called net metering, and excess solar energy gets automatically sold to the utility. So they pay you even when you're not at home, on Sundays, for example, when you're in the church.
That's right. Well,
thank you so much for explaining all this to us. Really interesting. Or maybe you should
I definitely,
give him a call.
We've been thinking a lot about, shifting to solar, only because, yes, it's so expensive, and with a big family and with the brownouts, which we had a few years ago.
Yes, power outages. That's right. And electricity could go a bit higher. Hopefully not. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, Jochen, Staudter.
Yes.
Yes, Joe. Thanks, Joe. He's the managing director of the Philippine Germany Energy Solutions, or PHILERGY.